Well, with the government shutdown closing national parks, there was an event last Friday, Occupy Yosemite, and Sierra Wave's Rob Gill was there and filed this piece.
And I was getting angrier and angrier, and then I don't know if it was a little angel on my shoulder or what, but the phrase Occupy Yosemite literally just popped into my head. And I thought to myself, that's what we have to do. I'm not going to sit here anymore and complain to the microphone and complain to my television and yell at everybody. I've got to do a little something to help show our support here of the Eastern Sierra and all our friends and family who live here and who are hurting. We had these two fires over the summer, the Aspen fire and the Rim fire, that really took a hit, that we really took a hit because of those fires. And now because of what the feds are doing in Washington, the Eastern Sierra here is taking a hit again because Yosemite is closed down, Devil's Postpile is closed down, Death Valley is closed down, Sequoia, Kings Canyon is closed down, and we can't let this happen anymore. We have to take a stand and do what's right because of what's happening in Washington, which is wrong. I hope to bring awareness to the nation about what they are doing by closing these national parks. They're playing their little games in Washington and using these parks and our families and the livelihood of everybody here in the Eastern Sierra as bargaining chips. And I want to say enough is enough.
The way we have left to be heard, seems to me, is to step out and raise signs and cause some dust and stir things up a little bit.
Their economies are starting to really be affected by their antics back in Washington, D.C. And we just don't have time to keep that up anymore. Time's running out. There's people losing their businesses and losing their houses and moving out of our area because of their antics, and it's got to stop. And that's why I'm here today. Hopefully we can make a voice heard.
Well, we understand that there are some in the local community who want to use Yosemite as a platform to talk about their concerns with what's happening right now and about the government shutdown. And so we're trying to make some space for that to happen. Well, we're allowing the group to come in temporarily and to set up in a safe area alongside the road where they won't impact the egress of park visitors. There will be no impact to park resources, but they can still have a space in the park to have their say and do so safely and discreetly and then move on.
And a big thank you to our National Park Service Rangers over there, okay?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, you guys. You know, they're doing their jobs, and I'm not here to make life difficult for them. I'm here to take a stand and let these people know who we elected into office that what they are doing is wrong, and we are through. We are done. Something's got to change.
Well, we thank Rob Gill for that piece on Occupy Yosemite. Well, for the first time in more than 5 years, the Mammoth Lakes Police Department has hired a new full-time police officer. Jack Loera was sworn in by Town Clerk Jamie Gray and presented with his police badge by Police Chief Dan Watson during a short ceremony at the police station recently. Officer Loera is a 17-year law enforcement veteran, most recently with the Banning Police Department. Officer Loera previously served in the Beaumont and Upland Police Departments. As you know, the Mammoth Lakes Police Department, and noted in a press release from the MLPD, suffered severe cutbacks in staffing as a result of the MLLA lawsuit settlement. At one time, there were 23 Mammoth Lakes Police Department officers, but during the 2012-2013 fiscal year, the police department went from 17 sworn staff to 10, a 41% reduction. Now, in the spring of 2013, the town council authorized carrying over savings from the police budget to allow the funding of an officer for at least 19 months. Officer Loera was selected to fill that position. Chief Watson said, quote, "With the addition of Officer Loera, the police department has grown by 10%, and this is a good step in the direction of rebuilding the police department to an appropriate level," end quote. And once Officer Loera completes his field training, he will be assigned to the evening shift on the weekends. Well, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and to kick off the awareness of domestic violence in Mono County, Wild Iris, with the assistance of the Mono County Board of Supervisors, proudly presented Mono County Sheriff's Deputy Marty Thompson with an exemplary service award on behalf of the victims of domestic violence in Mono County. And also honored was Mono County Deputy District Attorney Todd Graham. Now, Susie Baines, Director of Programs for Wild Iris, had this to say about Deputy Thompson, quote, A call from a Wild Iris client alerted us to the assistance from Deputy Marty Thompson that was over and above the call of duty. Deputy Thompson personally accompanied the client back to her home after an abusive domestic violence incident to ensure her safety. He even helped the client move boxes of personal items out of her home, end quote. The client Deputy Thompson helped said, quote, "I am grateful for Deputy Thompson and feel much safer knowing that he is around and keeping an eye out for me," end quote. Now, while the press release from the Mono County Sheriff's Office states that where this may seem like a small act or something within the call of duty for a law enforcement deputy to perform, it was no small act for the victim Deputy Thompson helped and made feel safe. As Deputy Thompson was presented his exemplary service award by the Mono County Board of Supervisors and Wild Iris, Thompson said, quote, "Helping people is a huge aspect of this job, and it's one of the parts I truly love about my job," end quote. Press release states that the Mono County Sheriff's Office is proud of and congratulates Deputy Thompson on his exemplary service and advocacy to the victims of domestic violence throughout Mono County. Deputy Marty Thompson, also the head varsity football coach for the Mammoth Huskies. Well, another famous play taking place over the next 3 weeks at the Edison Theater in Mammoth Lakes, To Kill a Mockingbird. Now, this will be featuring actors and actresses Jamie Peabody, Madeline Roy, Tanner Van Tassel, Devin Kroom, Ted Carlton, Jill Orozco, Gail Swain, Craig Sterling, Mike Dostro, Chuck Schneider, Gary Walker, Priscilla Toledo, Micah Williams, and Cecilia Orrick. Directed by Shera DeBruvner. Rob Gill talked with Juliana Olinka of the Mammoth Lakes Foundation about To Kill a Mockingbird.
This is Rob Gill with Sierra Wave Media, and right now I'm standing in Edison Theater as the set is being built for To Kill a Mockingbird. And I'm standing with Juliana Olinka, Marketing Director of the Edison Theater. Juliana, what are you looking forward to most with your upcoming production?
I'm very excited to have To Kill a Mockingbird open. It's based on Harper Lee's novel. It's the only novel she ever wrote, and Christopher Circle did this fantastic adaptation for the stage.
Most people think they're right and you're wrong.
Well, they're entitled to think that, and they're entitled to full respect for their opinions, but before I can live with other people, I've got to live with myself.
What does that mean?
One thing doesn't abide by majority rule: a person's conscience.
So if people want some more information on the show, where is it that they should go?
EdisonTheater.org, and that's TheAtre, that's the way we're spelling theater.org. And all the information is there. You can order tickets online, and actually I would suggest people get their tickets quickly because we are seeing a lot of activity, and we have only just really started our campaign. And you guys are helping us, and we love Sierra Wave.
Thank you. Well, you heard it here first, folks. You should get your tickets now for To Kill a Mockingbird that opens at the Edison Theater. What time?
Opens October 10th, runs through the 27th. It's Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4 p.m., 10th through the 27th.
To Kill a Mockingbird should be very entertaining over the next 3 weekends. And again, check out the website, edisontheater.org. We'll be back with a weather report.